A new political chapter has begun in Jammu and Kashmir with Omar Abdullah taking oath as the Chief Minister of the Union Territory. The event also attempted to showcase unity of the India bloc with several leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav, DMK's K. Kanimuri, NCP Supriya Sule, CPI's D. Raja and AP's Sanjay Singh in attendance. Akhilesh also sent out a unity message. Taking to Twitter, the SP chief wrote, "Ekta hi India hai," meaning that unity is the India bloc. But while all attempts were being made to get the optics right, when it came to power sharing in J&K, National Conference and Congress appear to be at odds. Sources say that Congress has decided to stay out of the government and support it from outside. It is learned that Congress was expecting 2 ministries and a post of Deputy Chief Minister. But Abdullhas are offering only 1 ministerial berth to the Congress. Speaking to Times Now, Omar Abdullah has taunted the Congress and said they can't decide who to give 1 ministerial berth to, adding that National Conference will wait for Congress to take a decision. The BJP saw in this another opportunity to target the NC-Congress alliance, saying that it once again shows that they have no common agenda or ideology and are only together for the sake of power.
कोई डिसएग्रीमेंट नहीं है ना। अब देखिए, आप माइक हटा दीजिए, माइक छोड़ दीजिए। They have one portfolio. They can't decide who to give it to. We'll wait. Let them decide.
कांग्रेस पार्टी ने यह तय किया है कि अभी हमारा नुमाइंदगी कैबिनेट में नहीं रहेगी और हम बाहर से पूरी तरह समर्थन करेंगे सरकार का। सरकार के अंग नहीं होंगे, लेकिन सरकार को पूर्ण समर्थन रहेगा।
That is their internal India alliance politics. I have always told you that there is no common glue, there is no common ideology, there is no common vision for India that binds the India alliance partners. The only glue, the only thing that binds them is their common hatred and insecurity vis-a-vis Narendra Modi ji as the Prime Minister. The only common glue is their common hatred for progress and development and their common desire for corruption and looting of public land.
And there's some breaking news coming in at the moment. Days after snubbing Congress in UP and declaring candidates on 6 by-poll seats unilaterally, Samajwadi Party is now looking to expand its footprint in Maharashtra and has demanded 12 seats in the state. Speaking to Times Now, SP MLA Abu Azmi has said that no decision should be taken without taking Samajwadi Party into confidence. Listen in.
कोई फार्मूला मुझे नहीं मालूम, कोई तय नहीं हुआ। मुझे लिस्ट मांगी गई, मैंने लिस्ट दे दिया। मुझे एक दिन बुलाया गया, मैंने कहा कि देखिए अखिलेश भाई आ रहे हैं, हम लोग मालेगांव धुलिया की सीट का जा रहे हैं, प्रचार करने जा रहे हैं और तो जो 3 सीटें हमारी हैं, 2 भिवंडी के की हमारी सीटें हैं, हमने बोल दिया हम लड़ेंगे इसको। तो उन्होंने ना भी नहीं बोला उन्होंने और हाँ भी नहीं बोला। ठीक है, देखते हैं, करते हैं। हमने शुरू कर दिया, हमने 12 सीटें मांगी है। आइए बात करिए ना कि 12 में कितनी मिली थी, कितनी नहीं मिली थी, कौन मिलेगी, क्यों नहीं मिलेगी।
हम माने कि समाजवादी पार्टी मिनिमम 12 सीटों की डिमांड कर रही है,
मिनिमम 12 की डिमांड कर रही है, लेकिन अखिलेश भाई जो कहेंगे हम मान जाएंगे। बस यही मेरा कहना है कि विदाउट हमको विश्वास में लिए हुए आपको कोई सीटें अनाउंस नहीं करना चाहिए।
Interestingly, Dhule and Malegaon, which will be visited by Akhilesh in a couple of days, are seats where MIM already has sitting MLAs. But now when they have the Muslim vote in the Uttar Pradesh 2024 Lok Sabha polls for the Samajwadi Party, the party is eyeing both these Muslim-dominated seats. But these seem to have irked MIM, which has already approached Congress and NCP seeking an alliance to defeat the Mahayuti. Reacting to SP expressing its wish to contest from Dhule and Malegaon, MIM says people can now decide who's looking to divide votes.
देखिए, आने दीजिए, मालेगांव में आने दो, धुलिया में आने दो, जहां भी आ रहे वो हमने सुना है, नेता है, आ रहे अपनी पार्टी के लिए। मगर मेरा जहां तक ख्याल है, मैं तो समझ रहा हूं कि महाविकास आघाड़ी का वो हिस्सा है। तो क्या ये महाविकास आघाड़ी साथ में लड़ रही है, नहीं लड़ रही है, तो हमको पता नहीं है। तो हमारे तो महाराष्ट्र के जो प्रेसिडेंट थे इम्तियाज, उन्होंने पहले लेटर लिख चुका है महाविकास आघाड़ी को कि आइए साथ में मिलकर लड़ेंगे, बीजेपी को हराना है, हम कांधे से कांधा मिलकर हराएंगे। मगर अब देखने वाली बात ये देखिए, आ रहे हैं मालेगांव, धुलिया, दोनों जगह पे हमारे सिटिंग एमएलए बैठे हुए हैं। अब कौन वोट किसके काटने की कोशिश कर रहा है, तो जनता देख रही है, जनता जनार्दन है।
All right, we have Arunil joining us. Arunil, some allied trouble there because clearly, of course, it's not just about Haryana or Delhi or even in West Bengal and J&K, but also now potentially in Maharashtra, where the India bloc could have potential allied trouble that we are looking at.
Well, that's what it looks like, Madhav. On one hand, Akhilesh Yadav, the SP chief, is boasting about India Alliance unity. His Maharashtra chief, Akhilesh Yadav, that is Abu Azmi, basically hit out at the Mahavikas Aghadi. He tweeted about it also, saying that repeatedly we have been reaching out, but there is no consensus. In fact, we have been ignored by the Mahavikas Aghadi. Also mentioned about the fact that the Samajwadi Party helped the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh. They expected the same in Maharashtra, but that has not been returned to them. Akhilesh Yadav indeed will be coming to Malegaon and Dhule on 18th and 19th of this month. That is when the AIMM basically has hit out at Akhilesh Yadav and the Samajwadi Party, basically saying that you're part of the Mahavikas Aghadi, then why are you doing solo campaigning? Also basically mentioned about the fact that it seems like you're targeting the seats where AIMM basically is. Interestingly, the MIM has also written a letter to the Mahavikas Aghadi saying or requesting them to be made part of the MBA, also citing that the enemy is the same, the BJP, then why can't we basically fight together?
So much for that, Arunil. We'll keep tracking all the developments in relation to the alliance and all the different issues, from seat sharing to who the face of the alliance will be, that currently faces perhaps not just one, but to an extent both the alliances. Thanks so much for joining us with that update.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Advocate Nilofer Masood, leader of National Conference, joins us on the show. Our other guests from debate number 1 continue. Let me begin with you, Advocate Nilofer Masood. Omar Abdullah says that Congress party was given one berth. They could not even decide on that. We'll wait. Was that a sarcastic comment? Was that a comment of acceptance? Was that an irritated comment? What was that? How do you interpret it? Nilofer Masood.
Madhav, I don't think that there is any confusion between the coalition partners as is being projected. Today is a big day for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and people have placed immense faith in the democracy, government and its institution. And this is the time to rise up to the occasion and fulfill all the dreams, promises which we have made to the people of the Jammu and Kashmir. And this is the right time where we need to think about the people. So there is no confusion as is being projected.
So it's incorrect that two berths were demanded by the Congress. Deputy CM post was demanded.
Coalition forward. We are very much committed.
No, I'm asking you, there are reports that 2 seats were demanded, 2 cabinet berths were demanded, that Deputy CM post was demanded. All those reports are incorrect, would you say?
I think even in Jammu Kashmir National Conference, people were not knowing who will be the cabinet ministers, and how people are coming to this knowledge that 2 berths were given to the Congress. I fail to understand.
Well, ma'am, there are of course these reports, and these reports have been out there in the public domain. It's not something that I am personally saying, and your party leaders do talk. Your party leaders, all party leaders do talk off camera. But let me bring in Tehseen. Tehseen, what's exactly happening here? Has the Congress lost an opportunity to put out that it is, firmly in sync with its alliance partner, in this case the National Conference? Because a lot has been said. Let's face it, Omar Abdullah during the campaign said Rahul should not have focused on Kashmir, he should have been in Jammu. There's been all sorts of exchanges, and end of the day it's being seen as some kind of issue between the alliance partners. Is that correct, Tehseen?
No, that's not at all correct. In fact, the India alliance is very strong and very, very stable. There are 2 aspects to this. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, yes, it would have been better if Omar Saab would have shown a bigger heart and given Congress Deputy Chief Minister post. It would have been nice, but I mean, that's for another day. But you see, Congress really can't in Jammu and Kashmir or even in Uttar Pradesh be the bigger brother, because there it's SP or it's Omar Saab's party in Jammu and Kashmir. So that you have to accept. But that situation completely reverses whether it's a state like Maharashtra, etc. So I think that, these dynamics will keep changing. They cannot be stagnant. They'll be very fluid. I know the Congress is a big heart. It made Kumaraswamy G a chief minister when he had a smaller party in Karnataka. The Congress has always given its alliance partners a lot more than it's got. Even right now, I mean, wish Omar Saab all the best. The important thing is democracy is returned to Jammu and Kashmir, and the aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir should be fulfilled, and Congress will help the NC.
All right. Karan, how much truth is there in that statement? Because, the kind of back and forth that we've seen between the NC, between the Congress during this election, even on the day of swearing in, so much of suspense. Is everything hunky-dory, as the Congress and NC seem to suggest?
Madhav, let's admit it, the Congress isn't respected by the other members of the I.N.D.I.A alliance, and that's very clear. We saw what Omar Abdullah said today. It's a sad commentary on the fact that the Congress isn't even united to put forward one member. You look at what's happening in Wayanad. The left is fielding a candidate against Priyanka Vadra because they don't respect the Congress that much. Post the loss in Haryana, it has further, their respect has further gone down with the allies, and there's going to be a price to pay. Because the Samajwadi Party went ahead and announced its 6 candidates, did not even consult with the Congress, did not even have a discussion with them. It went ahead and announced its list for the UP polls. And we are going to see that happening in Maharashtra also. Till the Congress doesn't stand up on its feet, doesn't start winning against BJP in head-to-head battles, it's not going to get respected. And the fulcrum of the I.N.D.I.A alliance, which happens to be the Congress party, given by the number of seats that it has, 99, it is going to be on a very, very weak footing. Barely had they lost in Haryana, Priyanka Chaturvedi came out and said Congress cannot take on the BJP on its own. Then we saw statements from Akhilesh. So it's a mess. Ever since the loss in Haryana, it's been in a mess. And the political acumen of the Congress party, I mean, that deserves to be under the scanner. Today we don't have people. They were the largest party in Maharashtra in the Lok Sabha elections, and post that they seem to have completely lost political capital. Other parties now seem to be elbowing their way in. So the truth is Congress lacks political capital. Someone like Tehseen can probably help them out in Maharashtra. I would love to see that, if you ask me.
All right, but let me quickly bring in Samajwadi Party spokesperson Akhilesh Katiyar. Akhilesh Katiyar, हरियाणा में हमने देखा था आपके पार्टी के नेता रविदास मल्होत्रा, उन्होंने कांग्रेस को क्रिटिसाइज किया था कि वहां पे एडिक्वेट सीट्स नहीं दी गई. हम अगर महाराष्ट्र की बात करें तो वहां पे संजय राउत कहते हैं कि हरियाणा की गलतियां महाराष्ट्र में नहीं होनी चाहिए. तो आखिर कहीं ना कहीं सवाल उठ रहे हैं कि अलायंस पार्टनर्स को सबको एक साथ लेके जाना इतना मुश्किल काम क्यों हो रहा है. हरियाणा में अगर आम आदमी पार्टी होती शायद कांग्रेस की सीट शेयर, वोट शेयर थोड़ी और बढ़ भी सकती थी.
नहीं माधव जी, अभी करण जी बोल रहे थे कि समाजवादी पार्टी ने अपनी मर्जी से सीट डिक्लेयर कर दी. ये किसने बताया है करण साहब को? हमने डिस्कस नहीं किया, हमने बात नहीं की, ये किसने जानकारी दी है करण जी को? वो साथ में कोट कर दे तो लोगों को और ज्यादा समझ में आ जाएगी. हमने उत्तर प्रदेश में जो सीट डिक्लेयर की है, हमारी बातचीत है, कांग्रेस के जो प्रभारी हैं उनके व्यू भी आए, आपने मीडिया में भी सुने, इसके बाद भी अपने आप कर दिया. ऐसा नहीं है. हम कुछ भी परसेप्शन क्रिएट करना चाहें लेकिन उसका आधार भी तो कुछ हो. कश्मीर में क्या हुआ, धारा 370 पे आपने जो खड़ा किया था, वहां की जनता ने आपको नकार दिया. तो वो बातें भी सामने हैं. हम महाराष्ट्र के अंदर चुनाव लड़ेंगे, हम सब लोग मिलकर लड़ेंगे, वहां की जनता बीजेपी को हराएगी, वहां नई सरकार बनेगी. जो लोकतंत्र को लूट के आपने सरकार बनाई है, जनता महाराष्ट्र की उस चीज को बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगी और उसकी कीमत बीजेपी को चुकानी पड़ेगी. वहां की जनता का शासन हम वहां लौटाएंगे, हम सब लोग मिलकर करेंगे. अखिलेश जी भी हो चाहे राहुल गांधी जी भी हो, हम सब लोग मिलकर चुनाव लड़ेंगे.
लेकिन सर यही तो आयरनी है. अखिलेश जी, एक और इंडिया इज वन, इंडिया की यूनिटी की बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर हम दिल्ली की बात करें, अगर हम हरियाणा की बात करें, अगर हम JNK में भी बात करें और महाराष्ट्र में अभी जो अलायंस पार्टनर्स के बीच में चल रहा है, कहीं ना कहीं ये यूनिटी दिख नहीं रही है.
माधव साहब, जो इंडिया अलायंस में जो पार्टनर हैं वो सब बड़े अपने अपने राज्यों में बड़ी ताकत वाले दल हैं. I.N.D.A में क्या है, किसी के 1 सीट है, किसी के 2 विधायक है, किसी के 4 विधायक हैं. आपने जैसे हुक्म जारी कर दिया उस तरीके से उन्होंने मान लिया एक की रहमो करम पे मामला है. हम लोग यहाँ पे लोहिया जी के लोग हैं. हम कहने और सहने की मर्यादा से लोकतंत्र चलता है, इस बात में हम भरोसा भी करते हैं. अगर किसी बात में हम असहमत
MIM को भी जोड़ेंगे सर,
सहमति जाहिर भी करते हैं, लेकिन साथ में मिलके हम काम करते हैं.
MIM को भी जोड़ेंगे महाराष्ट्र में, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि आप उनकी सीट और वहां पे वोट काटने का काम करने वाले हैं.
पूरा देश जानता है कि MIM की हकीकत क्या है, उस पर मुझे नहीं लगता कुछ बोलना चाहिए.
All right, let me bring in Rohan Gupta. Rohan Gupta is saying don't compare us to the NDA. NDA has only allies who have 1 or 2 seats, whereas when it comes to the India alliance, there are regional parties which are very strong in their own respective states. So the comparison is not at all correct. Rohan, please respond.
Madhav, if you see this whole I.N.D.I.A alliance thing, their opportunism has been completely exposed in front of the people of the country. I will go before the Haryana election when Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, they were talking for alliance, and finally what happened? They were talking about democracy across India in Lok Sabha elections, and when in Haryana election they could not ally because both were thinking of themselves. अगर लोकसभा के चुनाव में आप लोकतंत्र खतरे में की बात करते हैं, हरियाणा में क्या हो जाता है, वहीं से चालू हुआ. इफ यू आर सेइंग दैट यू आर फुलक्रम ऑफ द अलायंस, यू नीड टू बिहेव लाइक दैट. आई विल गिव यू अनदर एग्जांपल. जम्मू कश्मीर, Congress had won 12 seats last time. This time they have won only 6 seats. Their vote share has gone down by 6%, while NC's vote share has increased. So you have to see what is the ground reality. Where in Haryana you could have ensured that by taking Aam Aadmi Party in confidence, they could have ensured the same thing in Delhi. But there their opportunism worked because they were overconfident कि हमको जरूरत नहीं है, हम जीत जाएंगे. वो हवा में थे. जमीन जनता ने दिखा दी. जम्मू कश्मीर में उनको ज्यादा सीट लड़ने को मिली. they could won only 6 seats. तो आपको धरातल की जमीनी हकीकत तो स्वीकारनी पड़ेगी. If I am a big brother, I have to understand my responsibility. That's why Madhav, now what is happening, it is going to be a difficult situation for Congress party because Haryana they could have shown that they are big brothers. They could not do that. In Jammu Kashmir they were expecting 2 births. Obviously you have to understand the ground reality. आपके नंबर नहीं है तो आपको deputy CM पर.
Well, there are some inherent contradictions there. Will that be tided over in the Maharashtra and Jharkhand elections? That's going to be the big challenge for the Congress party because clearly they've not been able to do that. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening. There's some breaking news coming in because Justin Trudeau has spoken out on the diplomatic row. He's come out to say that there was intelligence that was shared and not hard evidence. This is a big admission by the Canadian Prime Minister. Listen into what he has to say.
We chose to continue to work behind the scenes to try and get India to cooperate with us. Their asks of us was, well, how much do you know? Give us the evidence you have on this. And our response was, well, it's within your security agencies. You should be looking into how much they know. You should be engaging. It's, oh, no, tell us what you know. Show us the evidence. And at that point, it was primarily intelligence, not hard evidentiary proof. So we said, well, let's work together and look into your security services and maybe we can get that done.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. More on that comment of Justin Trudeau. Massive controversy certainly expected given that he has admitted as much that there wasn't hard evidence, but there was just intelligence that was shared with Indian authorities. We'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us this evening on the Newshour Agenda.